Hello and welcome! I am Gary and Reva, and for my Christmas special this year, I thought I'd do a little bit of an impromptu Rimworld video. I've been playing this quite obsessively the last, 3 days, I guess. This is my first playthrough. I'll show you. This is my colony. This is not my first playthrough. I have over 360 hours in this game. I bloody love it. Why are you injured? Oh, you went wandering off, of course, yeah. So, I am playing something a little bit different. So this is heavily modded. I'm not going to go through all the mods because there are too many. I normally play in a sort of temperate biome, either temperate or tropical, so that I can grow most of the year round. This one, however, I am right up in the tundra, all the way up here. It nestled into mountains, so I've gone for the most mountainous, cold, well, almost coldest biome. You can do the ice sheet and the sea ice, but they're virtually impossible to survive. As I've never done one up in the cold before, I went for this. So it's a mountain base. Enemies always enter from one of the... Oh, wow, there's a lot of blood up there. Whose is that? Lynx. Okay, so animals we're fighting. Enemies always enter from somewhere up here. That's... somewhere up here. And they come down here, and they have to go round this little bit, and then they reach my little area. Here, it snows for approximately half of the year. And the other half is still really cold. There are 10 days in which you can grow stuff outside, or it might be 20, but I think it's just 10. I think it's like 10 days in summer. So at the moment it is spring. I've been here for 358 days, which is about 5 in-game years. And I have all of these people. I started off with Remy, Nikki and Clara. And I've gained all of these, and Rimworld is a fantastic roleplay tool. I bloody love it for its roleplay capabilities. So, to show you what I mean, Clara. I started off with these three, so I designed these three using a mod, and the game dynamically generated a mother, a sister, an ex-lover, all for this person. Well, actually, the ex-lover wasn't dynamic, that happened as the game went on. But Zamora and Karen, who are both related to her, Karen is her mother and Zamora is her younger sister, they just generated in the world, and I invited them to join the colony. The colony has hydroponics, so all of this is done with hydroponics. I had to grow a hydroponic tree farm after a load of alpha beavers came in just before winter and devoured every single tree. I barely survived the very first winter. The bedrooms, I've not done a lot with the bedrooms really. I recently bought hundreds of meat from a passing trader ship. I have a little sick bay here for allies and prisoners. The prison, where at the moment I only have 3 people. At one point I had 6, who are fed by a nutrient paste dispenser. And the trick with this is full of barbed wire, so it's very slow to move through. If they break out, they open that door, and they have to very slowly walk through this corridor, giving me time to get my people over here, who are armed with non-lethal takedown tools. Here is the guest beds. I want to expand it and put in a little restaurant here. Well, I say restaurant, sort of cafeteria more. Storage. Here is my workshop. And my medical lab, and I want to build sort of proper hospital type setup here. I'm currently digging out a school because I recently put on the children and babies mod, which I've never used before, and so far I've not had any real use out of it. Ram the Kid, which is just an unfortunate name, it's just, they were called Ram and they were like 15. She was 15 when she joined, so they called her the Kid. And it's really awkward that her name is Ram the Kid. She joined, so she's sort of the trainee, but she came in a bit too old to really use the school, which I think is for up to 15-year-olds. But this is my survival. I bloody love Rimworld, and it really itches my roleplay. I don't know. Itch. It really scratches my roleplay itch. That's the better way to put it. So the reason the kid is injured right now is because there were a couple of mad elephants. I don't know where the other one's gone. It's buggered off somewhere. There were a couple of elephants that went mad. I'm playing this on relatively easy settings. It is Phoebe Chillax, who's like the easiest of the three. Cassandra Classic goes up steadily in difficulty. Phoebe is quite sort of chilled throughout. And Randy just does whatever the hell. And on builder difficulty, because I like the roleplay. I like being able to... This and Crusader Kings I use to... more to tell a story and to give random elements than as a proper sort of challenge. For me, it's living out the stories without the characters just getting murdered constantly. That's what I like about it. We've just finished building this vault wall, which is, as you can see here, phenomenally tough to break, but it also is quite expensive and difficult to... and slow to place. So I'm going to coat the inside of this main corridor here with vaults, so that if anyone breaks in, I'll have like gun turrets that can shoot it up without risking damage to my rooms. And I started off with a mega spider, who isn't actually a spider. It's like a genetically modified beetle or something. But I started off with Lydia, and then we tamed Ophelia as well. Ophelia. I mean, I should have waited until it was snowy, because that would be more of a Christmas special. This is spring, so we're about the furthest we can possibly be from snow right now, which is just awkward and poorly managed on my part, really. What's going on here? Why is there... Oh, we're running out of power, because I'd got rid of all the solar generators, yes. So, I want to knock a hole through here, because at the moment, anyone who arrives has to go all the way around there, like they're doing. You see, they're leaving, so they have to go all the way back around there. It's incredibly slow, so I want to have an exit over here, and an exit up here if I can. I should have planned out the exit here before I built the guest rooms, because it should really have gone straight through there, so I might have to remove these just to get the passage through. But to make the room, I did have 3 solar generators here. But I want to widen it, so let's see, 1 there and 1 there. Yeah, that'll be good. Like so. And then I can have a 4th one there, so I'll remove that bit of vault wall. 4th one there, because I need to expand my power system. I'm really not doing well on power. That group that are leaving, or have left now, they were just arriving and they just got mauled by elephants. It was horrific to see. But nowhere near as horrific as, when was it? It must have been last winter. And a group of incoming guests got savaged by a pack of man-hunting foxes. I'm not kidding. Foxes, and 8 foxes killed 6 people. And really, really crippled my relations with the faction they were from, because they never heard back. And then one of the survivors lost his parents and his brother, and he kept going on psychotic breaks, attacking my people. He attacked my mayor, and then I arrested him, and that led to a war. So, you know, Rimworld things. One of the perhaps cheatier mods I have is the grub farm, and it adds a farmable meat source. It produces insect meat, which gives people a minus mood modifier when they eat it, even if it's in food or nutrient paste. But it is the only farmable source of meat. And at the moment, the way animals work in this is not really... It doesn't work, animal farming. I'm currently researching robots. So this is a mod that allows you to add loads of different robots. So I want to get a load of hauling robots, because my big problem is nobody bloody carries anything anywhere. These things have like a 25% chance of going aggro if you fail the taming effort. Come on, Nikki, you got this. Come on. Ooh, see, it failed, but it didn't aggro. It's so nerve-wracking trying to tame those things. I really want to get a Thrumbo, and there's a mod I added that adds a taming artifact. Where's Green going? Oh, getting slag. a taming artifact that allows you to instantly tame anything you shoot it at, with a chance to cause permanent brain damage. And yeah, some of these mods are cheaty, but it's about what's fun, you know? There are no achievements, there's no online capability, this is all about creating a fun experience for me, and I find it fun to have these cheaty things that are hard to get. So it's like 1,700 I've seen it sold for. So that's quite expensive. I clearly have that now. I've got over 7,000 silver. We're quite rich. Once I started selling off all of my cotton and devil's strand, I've got bloody tons of the stuff. But it's still something I've not been able to get hold of yet. But I really want to, so I can get a thrumbo, because I've never had a tamed thrumbo. And I've got like a couple of thrumbo mods on that allow you to milk them and shave them and stuff. And yeah, it's cheaty, but I really don't care, you know, because it's something different, it's something new. And it took me a while to get into this game. I don't know why, it wasn't grabbing me. I didn't think of the right premise, you know? And, oh good. Daisuke's left. And eventually I went with the premise of it was supposed to be a sort of misandrist? Is that the term? Misandrist, yes. It's basically a misandrist is someone who hates men, well, at least according to the game. To be honest, I've not heard the term outside of the game, but yeah. That's the idea, that it was just going to be 3 women who were only going to rescue women, and then the only men who are actually in the colony, Shota, Durand, and Anton, are all related to women in the colony. So Anton is Paola's son, and Odette and Tico's brother. Shota, now this is awkward, I've had one person die, and it's Sarah, who died in the very, very first winter. And that's because there used to be an insect hive down here, and she thought, that insect jelly, I'm going to go get it, and just got mauled by mega spiders. So she died, and she's been buried there now for over 4 years. And then her son Shota showed up, who is 66. He's the oldest person. He's got he's mostly infertile. He's got cataracts and he's frail. And the most anyone else has is like anxiety from hitting 30. That's what Clara got when she turned 30. She got severe anxiety, really severe anxiety. So that's who Shota is, and Durand is Remy's father. And Durand almost got himself arrested because he is a pyromaniac who kept setting fire to the storage room and the dining room. And then he attacked the mayor, and the mayor attacked him. If he'd attacked the mayor, it definitely would have been him being arrested, but not quite. I love this game, I really do. I would love to do a series on this, and I can't believe I've never done a video on this before now. I did record a First Impressions back when I first got it, but that was in my relatively early days of First Impressions, when I would do a First Impressions and then immediately continue playing the game. And while that could work, for me it doesn't, because I get really sort of self-critical if I continue playing it and then editing the old stuff, because it's like, holy crap, I didn't know what I was doing, I look like such an idiot, how could I ever release this video? So I don't. And that's why I stopped. That's why I stopped recording more. Sorry, playing more. And sorry, I wasn't focusing on what I was saying. After that, I had a rule where I don't continue playing a game I first impressioned until I've edited the first impressions. I hope you don't mind that this is a rather informal video. This was quite a last minute thing. This was gonna be my first impressions of Red Dead Online, but I decided, you know what? I should do a Christmas special, and I really wish it had been snowing. You know what? I'm going to stop here and show you a bit of the snow. Here's something interesting. So, I have the psychology mod on. What this does is it allows you to elect a mayor, And basically, 2 or 3 people come forward and offer to be mayor. They each have a platform, and then the people vote on it, and one's chosen. You don't actually have any choice in it. It doesn't make any difference, but you can let it roleplay for you. So at the moment, Zamora is my mayor. And what this means is that she ran on a platform of strength and order, and only the good should remain in the colony. Durand, here, keeps setting fires in the colony, and he's currently doing it right now. So what this tells me is that, according to Zamora's policies, Durand should be arrested for this. So Paula, okay, Paula tried to arrest Durand and he's resisting. So now Odette is going to come in and give a hand. 2 cattle prods against 1, because Durand is one of my cattle prod armed people. So, he was subdued. He went berserk when we tried to arrest him, and this is after he was setting fires because he's a pyromaniac nutter. She's a bit bruised, but she's okay. So, Odette, arrest Durand on the mayor's orders, and Remy will not be happy with this, because that's her father. Of course, this is like all roleplay. She doesn't actually have any negative modifiers whatsoever for her father being arrested for setting fire to the lounge. But, good work, Odette. Durand is now a prisoner. So for now, we're just going to put him in there until we decide what to do with him, really. This is the last straw. He kept attacking people, he kept setting fires. And under Zamora, that is not something they stand for. Oh no. Anton's in trouble. There are currently 1, 2, 3 mad caribous out here, and I didn't know anyone was outside the bloody walls. Alright, everyone mobilise, we're going to have to come rescue him. Ooh. This is the 4th... Yeah, like that caribou went nuts first, but luckily no one was outside. Okay, everyone's alright. Injuries. Tico. No, she's okay. Nikki. Ooh, her left eye was crushed. That's not good. That's probably going to be permanent damage. Although it is still just about there. It's not completely gone, but we need that fixed up immediately. And, yep, Anton had his leg crushed. And his neck bitten, but it's the leg crushing that's going to be the permanent damage. Okie dokie. Rescue Anton. I think that's long enough for Durand. Let's release him. Mostly because he's my cleaner, and the place is in an utter state. Here's the election. So they happen every fall. And Durand is once again running for the 5th time, and this time Tico is running against him. So Durand's platform is, let's ground ourselves in reality. You need a leader that cares about performance. The mayor shouldn't meddle in the private affairs of colonists. Vote for the person who'll do the best job, and we need to advance as a people. See, they mean nothing. They're based on his psyche, but they really mean nothing. They don't affect the way you play at all. They affect nothing at all. But they give you a basis for role-playing. Tico's is any society is judged on how it treats its weakest members. Everyone should earn what they have. Those two seem to conflict a bit. Traditional values are our values. Vote for the person who'll do the best job. The job won't go to my head. So the last two, well, the last one is absolutely meaningless. But that says that it's about sort of improving the weaker ones. So prosthetics for the people who are missing limbs, that kind of thing. Whereas Durand is ground ourselves in reality, keep to yourself, and advance as a people, so science. I am generally against Durand leading the colony. I don't think he'll do a good job. But, I don't know, Tico doesn't seem like a great leader either, so I guess we'll see in by the end of the month who wins. It's finally happening, the first snow. How did this elk get inside? Probably when I was doing this whole thing. So, as the snow comes down on this cold September night, I'll just quickly go through what I've done in the last 2 seasons. I'm overhauling this gate. There is going to be an easy entrance here, and there is going to be a maze which requires people to go up and down and up and down and up and down. This is always going to be open, and the idea is it should mess with the pathing of the raiders, and they should always take that path. I'm going to fill it with traps and turrets, so that anyone who goes down there, the idea is I want to not have to fight anyone. That's what I'm going with this very, very turtley base. If they do happen to get in, I'll have more turrets out here. But this passageway will be the quicker, easier one for traders and the likes. My guys, they'll go through there instead, because they'll be able to pass through this door easily. I'll also do something similar there and there. So I've moved this round. I plan to expand it. What else have I changed? I built up more of this wall here. I've expanded here a bit, so I now have a robot called Carry-01, who's a hauling robot, so Carry will carry things. I finally finished the school. That was just something I sort of needed to do at some point, but there is actually no one here to use it. I reckon on my next playthrough I'll go for a desert biome, and I'll probably start off with like a married couple and their newborn child or something, and then have them trying to defend the child and grow up in a hostile environment, that kind of thing. I've not done that before, so that could be fun. Look at the snow settling. I'd really love to play this on the channel. Or live stream even. I'm just worried that people will think I'm too gamey. I hate the term save scumming, but that is basically what I do in this, because the random generation I see more as a way of adding variation. But if I decide I want something to happen, I don't want the game to say, lol, roll the dice, that's not happening. Like trying to tame a new creature, for example. Like Ophelia there. I had to No, I didn't actually have to reload that one, but I was prepared to reload that one if I needed to, in order to get Ophelia, because I really wanted a second Mega Spider, but I didn't want the game to say, nope, sorry, you tried and failed. It's a bit of a tricky situation. If people would be okay with it, it's more me telling a story than playing Rimworld as it was originally intended. But if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, please let me know, because I'd love to play more of this on the channel. I have ideas for what I could do with that. And it ties into the whole new roleplay type series that I want to start doing. So if you want to see more of that, please let me know. I know I'm sort of stopping basically as the snow's coming down. Alright, what I'll do is I'll wait until the election, and then you can find out the election results, and then I will call it a day. Okay. Election tie settled in favour of Durand. The mayoral election resulted in a tie, and after a battle royale bickering match, Durand was the only one willing to continue arguing. He has won with 5 votes. This is a dark day. Ground ourselves in reality. A leader who cares about performance shouldn't meddle in private affairs. Vote for the person who'll do the best job and advance the people. So, performance and advancement. He is going to be promoting prosthetics, which is going to really upset Clara, who is a body purist. And I think there's someone else who's a body purist. Paola's a body purist as well. So, I'm going to leave it there. There's quite a thick snow on the ground. Durand is now the mayor, and all of the horrors that'll entail for this place. Let me know if you want to see more Rimworld. I hope this has given you a bit of a taste of what it would be like if I did videos on it or live stream. I reckon it would probably be work better as an edited thing, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good Christmas. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the snow and the cold weather. And I will catch you later.